You know, Christmas isn't all about twinkling lights and presents under the tree. Sometimes the darkest things happen during the brightest time of the year. Let me tell you about a Christmas Eve I'll never forget. It was me, Liam, Maya, and Chloe. We were 17, bored, and full of that stupid reckless energy you only have at that age. The snow was coming down thick and fast, blanketing our small town in a pristine, almost holy silence. But we weren't interested in holy. We were interested in the town's most infamous spot, HauntedCemetery. The legend was as old as the town itself. They said a witch, Elspeth, was buried there back in the 1700s, and on Christmas Eve, when the veil between worlds is thinnest, her spirit roams, looking for a warm body to spend the holiday in. Dumb, right? That's what we thought too. So there we were, around 11 p.m., climbing over the icy wrought iron fence. Liam, ever the leader, had a flask of something cheap and burning. Maya had her phone out, trying to get some spooky footage for her social media. Chloe, my girlfriend at the time, was clinging to my arm, half scared, half thrilled. The air inside the cemetery was different, colder. The snow seemed to swallow all sound. We crunched our way through the drifts, weaving between ancient, tilting headstones. Liam was telling jokes, trying to break the tension, but they fell flat in the heavy silence. "All right," he slurred, pointing a gloved finger at a massive, gnarled oak tree in the center of the graveyard. "That's it, that's Elspeth's grave. No headstone, just the tree. Legend says she was buried right at the roots." We all stared. The tree was monstrous, its branches like skeletal fingers clawing at the snowy sky. There was an unsettling darkness around its base where the snow just didn't seem to stick. "I dare someone to touch it," Maya said, her phone's flashlight beam dancing across the trunk. Liam, of course, took the dare. He swaggered over, took a final swig from his flask, and slammed his palm flat against the icy bark. "See? Nothing. Just an old tree. Merry Christmas, Elspeth, you old—" He didn't finish. He just froze. His hand was still on the tree and his back was to us, but his whole body went rigid. "Liam?" "Dude, stop messing around," I said, my breath fogging in front of my face. He didn't answer. He just stood there for what felt like an eternity. Then very, very slowly, he pulled his hand away from the tree, and he turned. It was Liam's face, but it wasn't him. His eyes, they were wide but completely empty, like two dark pools of water. And the smile he gave us, it wasn't his usual cocky grin. It was wide and thin and utterly wrong. It didn't reach his eyes. It was a predator's smile. "Cold," he whispered, but the voice wasn't his. It was raspy, ancient, and layered, like two people speaking at once. "So very cold," Chloe screamed. It was a raw, terrified sound that shattered the silence. That seemed to snap Liam out of it. He blinked and the smile vanished. The life flooded back into his eyes. He looked down at his hands, then at us, his face a mask of confusion. "What? Why are you guys looking at me like that? What's wrong?" We didn't know how to answer. We just grabbed him and ran. We scrambled back over the fence, falling and slipping in the snow, not stopping until we were back under the warm glow of a streetlight. Liam kept asking what happened, why Chloe was crying, why I looked like I'd seen a ghost. We tried to explain, but how do you tell your best friend that something else was just wearing his face? He laughed it off, said he was just messing with us, that the cold got to him. But I saw the look in his eyes. He was scared. He didn't remember the last 2 minutes. We never talked about it again. We all went our separate ways after graduation. But every Christmas Eve, when the snow falls and the world goes quiet, I think about that night. I think about that smile, and I can't help but wonder, when Liam went home that night and looked in the mirror, who or what was looking back?
I hope you enjoyed. Can you please hit like and subscribe?